Mm. Woo! the hell? Jesus.
earlier, Michaela's buff with the +1 attacks on the eels, like, just sent these guys to the next level. Even though I did go for the all-out attack, I would have been +1 hit on the mounts anyways. And having them up to 4 attacks each on those eels is amazing. Now I'm running the turtle here. It's not as efficient on him as it is the eels, but having an extra attack with him is deadly as well. And Ridge, I will take the outer 2 objectives, which will store me 10 points on primary. And then looking at tactics, I will actually store both of them here. With Scouting Force, I have my 2 cavalry and my reavers all wholly outside my territory. And then I do hold more objectives for you for Wrathful Cycles. So I'll get the first step of that tactic as well. So up to 20 points, not a bad start at all. And Ridge, we're all on the top map.
All been part of my plan.
Yeah, priority for round 2.
Just win turn 2 prio.
That's a 1 for me.
That's all you got to do. So I'm obviously going to take the turn here, and we'll go to He Knights to Slanesh turn 2.
How will you use your Expo letter race marker? Supplies lined up, names in place, no smudges in sight.
All right, let's get this workout.
Absolutely. Let's crush it.
So for underdog, I get to choose where it's going to start, red or green. And normally you would probably want to go with the red, so it would be my home next. But in this situation, I want to push more to this side, so I am going to actually choose the green one.
So that'll be the primary. It's worth 2. Yep. The ones next to it are worth 1 each.
Yeah. Okay, so starting with Euphoric, that's an easy one. I'm going to obviously choose my 10 Slipblade Seekers, Shalaxi, and the Bliss Barbs. And Jordan is going to get 3 Slanesh dice. Okay, so first the Shard Speaker is going to cast the +1 to wound spell, and they're going to cast that onto the eels in the middle. We're going to get that on an 8.
We'll go for the Unbind, but fail.
All right, and then next we are going to go with Shalaxi. She is going to cast the Life Swarm. We're going to get that on a 9.
And I roll an 8, so yep, all yours.
And then lastly, we're going to go for the Ravanax Gnashing Jaws from Shalaxi as well, which we get on an 8.
And I fail to unbind it.
All right. Okay, so we are going to give the Slick Blades are going to take D3 for 3, and they are going to get +1 to wound from the Thane. Yeah, we'll just try to rally the archers, the Bliss Barbs. And we are going to get all 3 back.
And then I am going to go for a command point for Magical Intervention with my Eidolon. He's going to use his heroic trait where once per battle he gets +2 to cast. So using that here as I try and cast the Steed of Tides onto this unit of Morsar Guard. So it's the teleport. I'll be +3 to this now. An 8 -1 is a 7.
Nice, okay. So I need a big 8. No, you got it.
All right, so we're getting these eels out of dodge. And then my Incarnate is going to use its ability. I have 2 tentacles out, so that's the max, but I'm on a 4, I actually could remove 1, which I fail. And then I am going to declare the use of Inexorable Tide. So this one's going to make my army reduce rend by 1 of incoming attacks. So a little bit more defensive, but that'll last the round.
Sweet. All right, with that, I will jump into my movement phase. So to start, I'm going to heal 3 from the Life Swarm. And now I'll use the new heroic trait, Celebrity Something, where the Shard Speaker can bring back a Cyberite unit at half strength for a CP. More recursion in this game. Who cares? It's great. Alrighty, so that is going to be my movement phase.
And I will spend a command point here to redeploy my Eidolon for 2 inches.
All right, so first in the shooting phase, before I forget, the Shard Speaker is going to do his other most important task, which is the 4-up -1 to save. He's going to give that to the eels directly in front of him. And he's going to fail. All right, the Bliss Barb Seekers are going to first go into the eels. We will be 3s and 3s now because they are +1 to wound. All right, so that's 2.
And since I reduced rend by 1, I'm going to make both those saves.
All right, we are going to go now with the Bliss Barb Archers, and we are putting everything into the 6 Morsar in front of the turtle. All right, so 3s, exploding 6s. That'll be 14 at no rend because you reduce it.
So 4-up saves, 3 go through, and 5 awards. We'll ward 1. Take 2.
All right. Well, this game does not want me to do anything. Okay, so then I'm just going to go into charges. So I'm going to first charge with the Bliss Barb or Slick Blade Seekers. And we're going to roll 6.
And then I do have the Rampage with the Eidolon, which on a 3-up is going to stop your Slit Blades from using commands,
Nice.
which we roll the 2.
I'm going to say, you're just going to fail it anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have Shalaxi. She's obviously going to go for the excess of violence here, make the Slick Blade Seekers fight twice.
And then I'm going to have Mathala use her ability to give +1 attack to companion weapons. She pitched 3 units, and she's going to pick my 2 units of eels and turtle, just in case they get in. And then the tentacles are going to try and mess you up. One of them, no commands on the Slick Blades, fails.
All right, so we are going to go first with the Slick Blade Seekers. I'm going to go for the all-out attack. There are going to be 6 going into the Eidolon and 2 going into the Incarnate. All right, so first we're going to go into the Incarnate. So we're going to be hitting on 2s with exploding 6s.
They go through, and you take them down.
So then the other 6 into the Eidolon, same thing. We're going to be on 2s. That will be 10. All right, so that's 6 damage.
2 go through, 1 damage each, so 8 damage total.
Yep.
We'll do our ward. We'll only save 1, so the Eidolon takes 7.
All right.
And then I'll go with the eels in the center, putting all their attacks into Shalaxi.
I will go for the all-out defense here.
So the riders would have 4 here at rend 1.
I take 2.
And then the eels. And they'll get 12 attacks through with the eels.
So we will be on 4s. I'm going to take 73 damage.
And that's going to hurt. That's going to be 18 damage.
Woo. All right, well, we need to make a couple of board saves here. 5-up board save. At least I'm alive. So I will take 10 damage.
The new entry to the Super Robot Wars series, a grid-based tactical combat RPG where you assemble your dream team of robots and pilots. Rise, unite, and triumph. Super Robot Wars Y. Pre-order now.
Next, the chariot deals 1 damage to the eels before the Eidolon brings down a Slick Blade Seeker. Then 2 Painbringers take out 3 Reavers before one of them falls as well.
Finally, we're going to get to Shalaxi. She is perfectly bracketed.
And I will go for all out defense here.
So this is going to be 2s. So that'll be 4. So then this is the claws. So they're going to be 3s because I'm not +1. So 1 at rend 2.
And I will use some Slanesh die here for the saves. I'm going to use 1 against the claws, so as long as I don't roll a 1 or 2. Nope, so we will save the claw. And then I'll use 2 more against her big weapon, or her weapon, 1 of which fails. And we fail both the other ones, so it's going to be 9 damage plus D3 for 10 total. But we do have wards. We'll ward 2, you will kill 2 eels.
All right, so I was only able to get 4 of the Slick Blades now in the second activation. That's all I was able to get into the Eidolon here. So we're going to be hitting on 3s, exploding. So that'll be 6.
No Ren, so I will take 1.
Okay, that's 2 damage. And that'll be 6 more from the mounts.
1 of which I fail, so 3 damage total. We'll have wards. We failed them all, so I'm up to 10 taken.
All right, that's going to be the end of my turn. Yeah, not being able to kill things as much as I thought I was going to be able to.
Yeah, the reducing Ren by 1 is just a massive ability.
Crazy good, yeah. And then the 5-up board with the eels as well. Even with that, I still think I should do more damage than that, but, you know.
A lot of the times I was on 3 or 4 saves, so those are swingy.
Yeah.
Spike them in the right place. I also was able to use a couple Slanesh dice to prevent some damage.
Save the claws, yeah. Yeah, and then all the shooting as well. Like, I didn't even kill an eel with full Bliss Barbs into there, which still, again, they're lessening Ren by 1, but still it's a 4-up. So Slanesh not killing is not good because I don't have great saves, but we'll see if I can weather the storm. There's a lot of wounds there. I'm still going to score the primary because I made it over here. And I do have 1 guy there still. I just will not hold more. So I'm going to score 1, 2, 3 for my own point, and then 4 for holding 1 for 7. And then I definitely didn't retreat 2 and charge 2, and I didn't kill any treasures. So that's just going to be a straight up 7.
All right, well, we'll get the chance to clap back now, and let's jump into Idnet Deepkin, turn 2.
Shalaxi's going to activate that place of power to try to heal herself. I failed. God damn it. Okay, and we just thought we remembered this correctly, and everything within 6 of the places of power now are going to take a mortal wound.
Yes, because you rolled the 1.
The explosion of arcane energy is felt by both armies as 9 mortal wounds are dealt, and each force suffers casualties.
So we took 9 mortal wounds there between us.
Yeah.
Good job, Rich.
Yeah, hey, at least I can do something.
All right, on my turn, I'm going to start off with Methala. She's going to try and cast Crushing Pressure onto Shalaxi.
No.
That's going to fail on a 3. And then the Eidolon's going to try and cast Tsunami of Terror. That will go off on a 7.
I unbind it on an 8.
And then we'll try Pressure of the Deep onto your Bliss Barbs.
All right.
And that'll go off with an 8.
Okay, I'll try to unbind. I do not.
So 20 dice. That'll be 6 mortal wounds. All right, then into movement. And that'll be my movement. And then into shooting, I'm gonna start off with these Reavers over here into your little dude. That'll be 5 attacks at rend 1.
All right, he needs all 4-ups. He dies.
Then we'll go with the Leviathan's Harpoons into Shalaxi. That'll be 4 at rend 2 because they're anti-monster.
Come on. Okay, rend 2, so I'm gonna be 6s. That's
3 damage each
Okay.
for 12.
This is fine. Just need to make 6 5-ups. No.
5,
Very
very
good.
close, but yeah, we harpooned the big girl. And then my other unit of Reavers is going to target the Slick Blades. And we'll get 8 through at rend 1.
Kill 2's clean.
Then we'll have Methala's shots into your chariot. 2s, I'll hit. 4s, 2 wounds at rend 1 for 3 damage.
All right, I'm gonna spend my last CP for covering fire with the Blizzard of Archers just because I hate these eels so much. All right, so this is into the eels. Ooh, baby, finally. 19.
All right, 4-up save and 5-up ward. You're gonna do 6 damage, kill an eel and a half.
Let's get to work on a life you love. Built with someone you can trust.
And then we're into charges. We'll start with the turtle. Makes a 4. And the eels. And they'll get to do their mortal wounds on 2-ups for 3. And that's all my charges. So into combat, we're going to use Methala to give out +1 attack to companions to my 2 units of eels and my turtle. And we're gonna start off with my Morsar Guard, putting all their attacks into your Slick Blades. So the riders first. And we'll do 11 damage here, so that's gonna be 13 total.
All right, the 2 Slick Blades are gonna try to finish off the Eidolon to get some glory, and we are still +1 to wound from the Fane for my turn. So this will be 3s, 4 at rend 1.
I'm still reducing your rend, so it's gonna be on 3s, but 3 go through.
Nice. Just 1 from the mount.
which does go through, so 4 damage. Gotta make 3 of these ward saves.
Come on, die.
When you make 1, he does go down. So you take out the Eidolon, and you will, on your next turn, get a treasure.
Woohoo!
Next, the 2 eels in the center finish off the chariot, and the Leviathan tries to bring down the last 2 slick blades.
And I might as well go for all-out attack. 6 mortals, and 4 at Ren 2 for 12 more damage, so 18 damage there from the jaws and fins.
Okay.
And that's going to wrap up Ideneth turn 2, and obviously it's been a pretty bloody battle, like we've seen a bunch lately, but here I actually lost the Eidolon as well on my turn, which was a little disappointing, but we did finish off Shalaxi, took down your Slick Blades and your Chariot, as well as the 1 die over here. But I'm not going to score super well. I will only get 1 point for this objective and 4 for holding 1 for 5 points. No tactics this turn, but I will still maintain a 3-point lead, 25 to 22, and we can go into priority for round 3.
You got it.
That's a 5 ridge, so we're going to take the turn, jump into Ideneth, turn 3. All right, I'm going to start with Michaela trying to summon the Incarnate again. She's going to fail that. And then I will spend a command point to rally my Reavers. And we'll get 3 back. Then it's just into movement. And that's my movement, so we'll get into shooting, and I'm gonna start off with 1 of my units of Reavers into your Bliss Barbs. And they'll get 7 attacks through, so 7 damage. And then we'll target them with the other unit of Reavers as well. And they'll get 5 more shots through. And Michaela will shoot at your hero, getting 2 through at round 1.
You says both.
All right, then the turtle is going to shoot at your Bliss Barb Seekers. 3 go through for 9 damage. And then we're gonna jump into some charges. We'll go with the turtle first. Makes a 4. And then we'll do the shots from the eels into your Bliss Barb Seeker. That's gonna be 6 mortal wounds.
Nice.
And the turtle is going to try and chomp your little hero. I'm gonna fail it because I needed a 3-up. But because I did strikes first again for my tide this turn, I'm gonna get to attack with both. I should be able to finish off the last hero in Bliss Barb.
I hope so.
So just to count out the turn, I'll get the primary points for 10 here to hold the objectives. So it turns out when you have 2 like glass hammer or glass cannon armies that it makes for a pretty quick game of Warhammer.
Yeah.
And just to be fair, I wasn't actually that much of a glass hammer to begin with, or glass cannon.
Yeah, the new defensive tides worked very well. Lessening the Ren by 1 and staying around the turtle was very good. That pretty much bounced off your turn too, so.
Yeah, obviously the ward from the turtle is still great, but yeah, as you said, having the reducing rend. You know, I feel like in hindsight, this is like, you know, really punish Slanesh because they've got a lot of rend 1, so the kind of death by 1,000 cuts wasn't as effective. I was, you know, making 3-up, 4-up saves, and then having a 5-up ward was really solid. And on the offense, you know, I was able to rip through your, you know, pretty poor saves as well.
Yeah, it's both similar style of army, like with all the Slick Blades, pretty fast. Shalaxi didn't really get to do too much. I don't know. I feel like I could have played a little bit more defensive at the beginning and not let you come into me immediately. But I figured turn 2, turn 3, double prio, like that's going to be super important for who does the damage, who gets into who.
And a big thing here was having won the roll off and dropped first.
Yeah.
So I had choice of who goes first, give away the turn, obviously always puts you in a precarious position when you're potentially.
Now available in 24 colors. Sharpie Creative Markers.
The Frame Pro with wireless One Connect box. Even smarter with smart things.
facing a double.
Yeah, which I was just hoping that when I won 2 prio, which I did, I was going to be able to do enough damage, which if you didn't have the ward or didn't have that lesson rend,
yeah, so really
I could have killed
showcasing
enough of that stuff that it wouldn't have been the other way.
Yeah.
Or not the other way, but I would have probably killed
taking
enough.
a bigger advantage.
Just mainly the eels. The turtle ended up doing actually harpooning all 4 into the Black Sea. Just, yeah.
And then finishing off the slick blades, yeah.
Yeah, and then they rolled really well against her, so yeah, it was crazy to see the defensive side, which I know some of the turtle lists have already been a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, harder to go into.
Nothing like this where, yeah, lessening rend by 1 or having -1 to hit or some of the other like utility you can do.
Yeah, the tide mechanic obviously has changed a lot. Obviously the 3 more offensive ones you can only do on your turn. They don't last for the full round anymore. That was obviously kind of a big defense for Deepkin before, was being able to strike first, even if you like lost the prio. But now you get to just make your opponent less effective. So I guess it gives them the chance to still get into you.
It's ever been. I've been building, painting, and playing in 4 separate decades, and honestly, I'm convinced that people will look back on the hobby in 2025 as some of its darkest days. My name's Guy, you're watching Midwinter Minis, and in this video, I'm going to pretend that listicles are still cool and relevant, and that this channel is still cool and relevant, and give you my top 10 reasons why Warhammer is the worst it's ever been. Starting off with a big one. Number 1. Price rises and diminished value. Games Workshop raise their prices every year. And sure, you've got to keep up with inflation, but somehow every new release just feels like worse value than the last. Models that used to come in sets of 10 now come in sets of 5. Squads of 5 are now teams of 3, all for pretty much the same price. The old £50 start collecting sets have been replaced by £100 combat patrols. Twice the cost, but nowhere near twice the contents. Price gouging isn't limited to 40k either. The old world proudly sells you 20-year-old sprues in shiny new boxes at premium prices. Codices are £37 a pop, often outdated before they even hit the shelves. But don't forget, to build more than 1 list in the app, you need both the codex for your army and a Warhammer Plus subscription. I mean, who doesn't love a double paywall? Over the years, Warhammer 40k, GW's flagship game, has become larger and larger in scale, and you simply need more and more models to play the standard game sizes compared to previous editions. The bar is constantly being raised. It is death by 1,000 price tags, and more hobbyists are feeling like wallets first and hobbyists second. Number 2.
Paramount Plus is available on YouTube. Enjoy the Dexter universe.
Predatory bundle releases. Games Workshop seem to be increasingly locking desirable miniatures, particularly characters, in expensive multi-kit boxes. You want that sweet Leviathan Screamer color? Unavailable on its own for months outside a £150 box set, and then only in this bundle, which is constantly sold out. You want to feel the transcendent Catan in your Necron army? Yeah, you're going to need to buy a £115 Tesseract Vault to get it. These aren't rare cases. It's a recurring pattern where key units debut in premium bundles and remain unavailable individually for months, sometimes even years. Players who just want 1 model are forced to overpay or wait indefinitely. It seems like it's less about the hobby and more about engineered FOMO. Number 3. Anti-kit bash model design. With each new release, Warhammer models feature more dynamic poses, but also increasingly complex connection points. Awkward, asymmetric joins, half hands, twisted torsos, and offset shoulder sockets make simple part swaps a nightmare. These cinematic poses may look impressive, but they are punishing for hobbyists who want to convert or kit bash their armies. Cross-kit compatibility, which used to be one of Games Workshop's hallmarks, is now quietly disappearing. Officially, it's about visual quality, but many suspect it's a calculated move to shut out third-party manufacturers and undermine alternative parts. What good are extra arms, heads, or torsos when nothing has a flat surface anymore? If this grinds your gears as well, smash that like button and let me know you agree. But if you actually think Warhammer is perfect and amazing and you just absolutely adore it, hit the like button. Subscribe while you're at it. outdated, overpriced, and obsolete rules. The literal library of books needed to play Warhammer has become a bit of a running joke, just not a funny one. Each faction requires a £37 codex just to access the rules, but since the late noughties, Games Workshop have been printing most rulebooks and codices in China, meaning that they're already outdated by the time they arrive, thanks to late-stage tweaks and community playtesting while the books are still on the water. FAQs land within days, sometimes before they even hit the shelves, and often rewriting entire sections. Games Workshop don't even print edition numbers in their codices or books, which makes it absurdly easy to accidentally buy an obsolete book, especially secondhand or from a well-meaning gift buyer. And even though it's 2025, there isn't even a digital-only option. You have to buy the book and then peck in the code into the app with your stupid thumbs. So if your local hobby shop doesn't have the codex you need for your game tomorrow, tough tits. Exhausting updates. Warhammer's rules are in a near-permanent state of flux. A new edition drops roughly every 3 years, often with sweeping mechanical changes that upend how armies function. In between, players have to keep pace with monthly balanced data slates, errata, and mission pack rotations. Just as you finish learning your army's rules or building a new list, the meta shifts, mechanics get rewritten, and it's back to square one. For veterans, it's exhausting. For casual or returning players, it's honestly a barrier to entry. The game just never stays still long enough to feel stable or worth investing serious time in. You know what is worth investing serious time in, though? Sausage. To thank the channel's newest Patreon sign-ups, I transformed the newest members into sausage. So let's see how many she can catch this time. This one's from Bandit Paints. Broken Mind. Tarakaro. Nice. Big Friedel. Occasionally painting. And the Mad Network. 3 out of 6. That was pretty disappointing. You see, I told you, well worth your time. Now, on to point 6. Competitive focus over narrative play. There's absolutely no denying that Warhammer feels like it's been shaped into an esports-style tournament product rather than a flexible, story-driven tabletop game. Rules are streamlined for balance, mission packs are tightly regimented, and official support heavily favours match play. Narrative modes like Crusade exist, but it's hard not to feel like they're an afterthought. Underdeveloped, rarely updated, and unsupported at events. Detachments are designed for parity, not personality, and creative army building feels like it's actively discouraged among meta-chasing, win-at-all-cost lists. This has had horrible knock-on effects of how 40k games actually look as well. Gone are the days of varied tables full of pipes, trees, rubble, buildings, towers, outposts, toxic swamps, and carnivorous plants. Now it's just table after table of symmetrical corner ruins. And it's so bloody boring. Number 7, barriers to entry. It seems crazy to say given the rise in the franchise's popularity, but while it's never been easier to get into Warhammer, I think the barrier of entry into the tabletop game has never been bigger. Between the rising costs, shifting rules, codex confusion, and app paywalls, new players face a steep and confusing climb. Starter boxes lack clear direction, rules are spread all over the place, box art and often even the build instructions don't make it clear what's needed to build a game-legal unit. Even core gameplay concepts like detachments or army composition require deep research. And what are you going to do, wade through the dense word salad of the official rulebooks? No, you're going to go online, you're going to go on Reddit, you're going to go on YouTube, you're going to look at blog posts. Despite the glossy marketing, the actual onboarding process is bewildering and punishing. For a game and a franchise that feels like it should be welcoming new hobbyists, sometimes it feels like it's actively trying to push them away. Also, holy shit, this website is hot garbage. It's so hard to just browse. Please, honestly, I think the awful 2004 Flash version was better. Number 8.
La Marca Prosecco is made for special occasions.
You mean like this one?
Find a moment to celebrate with America's favorite Italian Prosecco. Celebrate la moment. La Marca.
Aggressive IP enforcement. Games Workshop unfortunately have a bit of a reputation and history of stamping down on community creativity in the name of IP protection. Back in the day, it was limited to the odd cease and desist or some very wonky lawsuits trying to copyright terms like Space Marine that they never came up with, but things really escalated after the rise of fan-made animations and 3D printed alternatives. The huge wave of threats and takedowns in the build-up of the Warhammer Plus launch saw so many unofficial series, tributes and parodies either disappear or come to an abrupt end. The big irony is, it is just that kind of creativity that helped Warhammer explode in popularity online. Warhammer itself started as an amalgam of hundreds of pop culture and sci-fi influences, with very vague and blurred lines between the products that Games Workshop make and the inspirations that they themselves stole from by their own standards. Their recent enforcement efforts often feel like corporate paranoia at the expense of goodwill. Number 9, outdated game mechanics. In the same way the Emperor is a rotting corpse on a throne he doesn't deserve, 40k is a bloated carcass compared to what it once was, and a shadow of what it could be given the right love and attention. While 40k keeps getting visual overhauls and new additions, its core rules are really starting to show their age. The alternating I go, you go turn structure often leaves one player waiting half an hour of not doing anything, especially in larger games. Damage is resolved immediately, leading to alpha strikes that wipe out armies before they can even act. You've got to roll to see how many hits you do. You've got to roll to see if you actually hit. You've got to roll to see if you wound. You've got to roll to see if you save. You've got to roll to feel no pain, maybe. And then you have to roll for damage. That's 5 or 6 dice rolls just for a simple action. Compared to modern systems like Marvel Crisis Protocol, Bolt Action, or one-page rules, 40k feels so clunky and slow. An old man on life support, a legacy framework patched endlessly, when what it really needs is a clean rebuild and reboot. Number 10, community elitism. Despite recent progress, parts of the Warhammer community remain quite hostile and dismissive, particularly to people who don't fit the old guard mold. Women, queer players, overly creative players, often people who just want to play with their toys without caring too much about the lore, they still face quite a lot of subtle and not so subtle gatekeeping, from assumptions that they aren't real fans to quite strong pushback when they offer advice or try to help other people in the hobby. And people even called me a tourist. A tourist. I've been doing this for 30 years! Lore purists and competitive obsessives often dominate conversations about the hobby online, enforcing what a lot of people consider to be a rigid, joyless vision of what Warhammer should be. This culture can be exhausting for people who just want to enjoy the hobby on their own terms. For a lot of people, the worst part of the hobby isn't the models, the paints, the game, the company behind it all. It's the people telling them they're doing it wrong. So, I reckon that's a pretty good summary of why Warhammer is the worst it's ever been, but obviously that's not the whole story. This video is intentionally very critical, very doom and gloom, but I've made a sister video to this one called, you guessed it, Warhammer is the best it's ever been, where I basically flip this video entirely on its head and tell you why we are in, or on the cusp of, the golden age of Warhammer. The really fun thing is, though, this is a kind of social experiment. I put these videos out at exactly the same time, down to the second. They're also about the same length, so if one of them does markedly better than the other, I think it's a pretty good indicator of what we as hobbyists, and especially viewers on YouTube, actually choose to entertain us. Idealistic me really wants the positive one to do well, but cynical me knows that it's this one that's going to do the numbers. But honestly, here's the thing to keep in mind. Focusing too much on the negative can become a really unhealthy spiral. You watch it, you interact with it, YouTube's gonna keep feeding you more and more. It is so easy to get caught up in all the frustrations and disappointments that pop up all over the place about Warhammer Online. But that kind of constant negativity can distort your view and make you stop enjoying Warhammer for what it is. A fun, creative outlet, a way to de-stress, a bit of escapism, shared with a community that is, by and large, incredibly welcoming and very positive. If all you do is focus on the negatives, it's honestly really easy to feel like the whole hobby is broken, when in reality, we've never had more content, or more ways to play, or more people to play with. Take a step back. Try and find a bit of balance. And remember that the enjoyment you get from the hobby is about making the most of it, despite its imperfections. But it doesn't have any imperfections, right? Surely. Warhammer is the best it's ever been, right now. Well, why don't you go and check out my other video to see...
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the guy, go...
Look, I'm no expert.
Are getting their just rewards today as moving...
Are helping Russia.
In the far reaches of the Imperium, the stars themselves run red with blood. From the shadow of Baal descends the Flesh Terrors, warriors of the Blood Angel's lineage, driven by honor and haunted by the Black Rage. But from the void between worlds comes a nightmare reborn. The Night Lords, masters of terror, harbingers of fear, clad in midnight and lightning, the skies will burn, the ground will quake, and the void will echo with the cries of the fallen.
Sons of Baal, rejoice! The Flesh Terrors have come to your rescue, and with us we have many eviscerators whirring. So I'm heading this up with Gabriel Seth himself. Yes, I know he was removed from the book, but I'm going to run him as a Blood Angel captain today. And for the first time, I'm going to run the Angelic Inheritors detachment, which I actually think is super spicy. And in fact, I think is my favorite Blood Angel detachment right now. So Seth, I'm going to give him the enhancement from the detachment, which is called Blazing Icon, and that means that you cannot overwatch him and his unit. Now, this is really cool because today I'm actually going to run in with a Lieutenant who's also got a Storm Shield and a Mastercrafted Power Blade, and both of these characters are going to lead 10 Assault Intercessors, and I'm going to run them in a drop pod to make use of the new drop pod rules. Given the Angelic Inheritors can also allow me to pick the reroll, advance, and charge rolls coming out of a drop pod, that's going to be really useful. We then have Captain Iron Bale. He's got his usual jump pack, and he's going to be at the head of 10 Vanguard veterans. Also, alongside Bale, we have Seraph Kazian, my ex-sanguinary priest, so I can't run with the jump pack anymore, so I'm going to run him as a captain today, and he's going to be at the head of 6 sanguinary guards. Now we go over to the Blood Angels side of things. I am running both Astorath and the Sanguinor today. I know they are technically Blood Angel characters, but in the fluff, they do actually visit the other chapters. So for me, I am justifying that in this list. So Sanguinor, of course, runs by himself, and Astorath, well, let's face it, I have to put him in a big blob of 10 Death Company, so that's exactly what I've done. We're now going to go over to some more infantry-esque units. I've got 2 units of 5 Assault Intercessors with jump packs. They're going to go around and chop some things and score some things for me. I also have 2 units of 3 Suppressors, supporting them with some range fire and sticking around on objectives. Now I've got a bit of a meat axe next. It's a unit of 6 Inceptors. They're a bit of a staple in all of my Blood Angels lists. They're just that good, and Oath of Moment is a really nasty thing to go with them. Plus, in this detachment, I can actually give them sustains on their plasma, which is really nasty for a stratagem. So, you know what? Good morning and good night. That is the list. It's 2,000 points on the nose. Bit of a Lawrence special. But can they beat the Night Lords? Let's find out.
The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
We are the Knights. It is Night Lords today. I don't often get to play Chaos Space Marines. I know what joke you're going for. I know I like the Dark Angels. Leave us alone. It's not funny anymore. Daddy's back and he's very angry. But it is a rare opportunity to get to actually play proper Chaos Space Marines. I am running the Renegade Raiders today because I feel they're like fast. They've got a lot of extra AP and they love fighting over objectives. And they like killing, maiming, and taking heads, like any good Night Lord should. Aids the Warlord today is a Chaos Lord. He's going to be joined by 10 Chosen in a Land Raider. The fact you can give assault weapons to the Land Raider is fantastic in this detachment. I enjoy it thoroughly. So it's nice to be able to advance up the board and shoot your Soul Shatter las cannons. That's great. And then plus some of the stratagems in here mean those Chosen, when they do get out, can do quite a lot of damage if you set up for it correctly. So hopefully we'll be able to pull that off today. I do then also have a Lord Discordant on Hellstalker. This guy's had quite the glow up and is a bit of a monster now. He is going to have the Dread Reaver enhancement. I didn't quite have enough points for the Mark of the Hound to give him Scout, which is a terrible shame because then he'd be even quicker. But I kind of want to use him to be in the opponent's deployment zone and thus get the benefits from the Dread Reaver. And he's just a bit of a beast anyway, so it's a nice little combination. I also then have a Master of Executions. This guy is going to be running solo, but he's going to be in a Rhino with 5 Havocs. These Havocs are going to have the chain cannons, so they can kind of benefit from having a little bit of protection, but then can get out and then advance and shoot the chain cannons. Because they have the shorter range, I wanted to give them a little bit of mobility in the Rhino. But the plan is with the Master of Executions, he can then just get out and Barney. And then I couldn't help myself, I did also bring Cypher. I know what I just said about the Dark Angels. I know. But he's great, and this guy's a Night Lord Cypher, so it's even cooler. And he has melee weapon pistols, which is super cool. Moving on from that, I do have 10 Legionnaires that will be in an additional Rhino, because they're just very good Legionnaires at chopping and killing and murdering stuff. I have 5 cultists, not 5 cultists, 10 cultists on my backfield objective, just to hold that for objective purposes. I then also have a Chaos Predator Destructor. This is the autocannon variant. I really like the autocannon variant, especially because you can assault and shoot stuff, and you benefit from the extra AP, which is very nice in this detachment. I then have 1 extra unit of Havocs. These guys have las cannons. These guys will just be starting on foot, because I theorise that because they've got assault weapons, they're a bit more nimble and can get their long-range weapons in range of stuff I want to shoot, but then also be behind cover before they do that. I have a Mauler Fiend to keep my Hellstalker, or my Lord Discordant, company, basically. I'm imagining he's like he's taking a dog out for a walk. So this dog is filled with murder and hate and wants to eat your soul. And then to round out the list, I have 2 units of Raptors, just 5-man units today. These are great at just being able to do some objective-based stuff, along with the Master of Executions and things like Cypher. Everyone can Barney, everyone's super quick, and then I have loads of utility pieces. So I'm hoping I will do Michael's Night Lords proud, and I'll be able to take the skin from these flesh tearers. Look who's tearing flesh now.
It's time to throw down.
We meet again.
Against the Night Lords, sir.
I don't know what that was.
Batman, is it?
Fear me!
OK, well, I hope to be the bane to your Batman today.
Quite possibly.
With Iden Bale, specifically, and Mr. Seth. So, as it turns out, I'm going first.
You are? We have rolled off you are going first. You do have some things in Deep Strike?
I do. I have the Sanguinor, of course, because, you know, he turns up when he feels like it.
He does.
We have the Drop Pod and Seth and friends also.
Very
cool. Of course, you know, in orbit.
10 out of 10 for that one.
And then we also have Inceptors. 6 of them.
They are the bane of my existence.
Bit of a problem there. Okay, you got anything in reserve?
I do have 2 units of Raptors.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to throw that out here. I'm on my side. I'm not normally on, and I'm running Chaos, so it's all a bit topsy-turvy for me today.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
But you are running all new limited edition dice today. This may be what gives you new luck.
Fear their power.
Ooh. Okay.
They're warming up because they're ice cold. Because they're Arctic Blast.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Angelic Inheritors rule now, just to let you know. I'm going to go for the reroll advanced charges. I'm going to go reroll 1s to hit and wound.
That's very nice.
It's just real nice.
I'm
Okay.
Very spooky.
Oath of Moment-wise, probably not going to be being able to do much this turn. I'll put Oath of Moment on, maybe that Rhino.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Tabletop Tactics shopping channel. Today we're delighted to show to you our autumn collection available for 1 week only. You can be the proud owner of our latest t-shirt, Neon Apocalypse. Our exclusive dice set, Arctic Blast. And our first ever vinyl sticker set, Vinyl Stickers. Each one of these exclusive pieces is available for 1 week only. So come on down to the store and get yours before they're gone. Thanks for watching. Now back to the show.
Okay, draw my cards. I've got Assassination and I've got Cleanse. In terms of Oath of Moment, I'm actually going to change my Oath of Moment target because the Rhino, I probably can't, I'm not sure I can see that either. I'm actually going to have it on your Disco Lord.
Makes sense.
Because I've been informed that you can advance and charge in this.
He
He's
is
got a 14-inch
mounted.
move.
So he can use
With plans, I suspect you might get him in combat. You may get him a song. Okay, yeah, there we go. So look, I'm going to move now, and I can hear something up in the through the atmosphere. I think Seth's on his way.
Oh, yes!
The new entry to the Super Robot Wars series, a grid-based tactical combat RPG where you assemble your dream team of robots and pilots. Rise, unite, and triumph. Super Robot Wars Y. Pre-order now.
What matters to post-university people? People who pick Post want an online education that works on their schedule, so they can get a degree that can help move their career forward without having to leave the people that matter most behind. Are you a...
Assault intercessors. Leaping, jumping, descending. Wings of fire. We're going to do the cleanse action because I have cleanse and assassinate as cards, so they're going to cleanse. My Sanguinary Guard now, my Flesh Terror Sanguinary Guard, tuck in behind this building, led by Seraph Kazian, the hero of the battlefield, who usually does a lot more than Hyden Bale. Advance for my Death Company, got a decent roll now, so they're going to go up and over and or around this hill, and they're going to join their brothers in the alabaster armor. So we have the black and the white shades of blood cells all coagulating here, waiting to destroy the enemy. The suppressors, they're going to take to the skies here. I can draw a bead just only to a single rhino, which is by the Lord Discordant here. I figure, look, when on a frozen planet, why not? Bale and his butchers now will move out of the woods and into the cover of this building. And just as a little note for you guys watching at home, we do count all of the forests and woods here in the studio as blocking line of sight, just like they were ruins. So that's why they were hiding behind those trees. Also advancing these assault intercessors here. Managed to do quite well. They're going to tuck in around here. From orbit.
So cool.
Rip and tear.
Yes!
Mate, I'm down. I love having drop pods back. Second drop
It's so cool.
I just need a couple more Blade Guard and I could run 6 Blade Guard in there.
I also thoroughly enjoy the way it works. You could have tried to do a charge.
Could have.
I love it. It's just, they always should have been able to let you charge. It's great. They're back in a big way.
This is cool for Flesh Terror fans, I think. Well, I'm Blood Angel fans. Right, okay, I'm going to do 9 shots from my suppressors into the Rhino. You've got cover. This is just...
I'm a sturdy beast.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Seth and friends are doing cleanse on the middle.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Got some lovely, lovely points.
I need 4s. Okay. I then need 5s.
Come on now.
Stuff is
Yeah,
nice.
it's 9 on Chaos Rhino.
You got a wound there, mate, but you will get a full 3 up.
Come on now. New dice, new me. Well,
That's some damage straight away.
So that's 2 damage.
The thing is, it winks with the 6. Okay, look, it's fine.
Yeah, that's 2 damage. You're also now suppressed for this one.
That's okay.
Cool.
These dice are suppressing my powers.
Well, if I get all of that to wound you, that'll be.
Oh, that'll be a bait, and I roll away saves again.
2 damage. I do have 2 more wounds.
2 more wounds. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Hey up! All right, save one goes through. Okay, look.
So you've lost 4 damage.
That's all right.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. You're suppressed.
I am.
I've cleansed 2 objectives. Okay, done like a dinner. 5 points for me.
Great success.
I'm going to discard Assassinate. Okay, I'm going to have a CP.
You have some plans for your CP?
Yeah, I've got plans for my CP.
Very
Listen,
nice.
this detachment is nice. I like it so much. I almost want to run this list for the league, but I do have World Eaters currently in mind.
Okay,
so, look, it is what it is.
Very exciting.
I want you to have a nice turn.
Thank you. Turn 1 for the Night Lord.
Yeah.
This is all very cool.
It is cool.
It's very scary as well.
Yeah.
So, despite the fact I'm very zoomy, I need to be relatively cautious. Have drawn extend battle lines, which is very nice.
Okay.
Have then also drawn mark for death.
Okay.
So you will be nominating 3 units to which you can make mark for death targets, and they're probably going to be ones behind walls. So
well, yes,
that's more than acceptable.
It's going to be Bale the Butchers. It's going to be the 3 Shades of Blood, basically. All of the special units.
It's very cool. It is very cool. The gamma target will be this unit of intercessors, because I should be able to pick them off with maybe a predator or something like that. And it is Purge the Foe. So I don't know if I can pick up a couple of units, should get me some good points, which should be very nice. I have got 2 CP to play with. I'm going to press forward. I need to be relatively cautious, but also I do want to start plucking out your eyes, like a good Night Lord would.
Good Night Lord, yeah.
Put them on spoons and then show you them. We're on the move. The Havocs with a 5 on the advance around this way, so they'll be able to see lots of stuff, giving them a nice 10-inch move. Maybe hopefully pick off some assault intercessors, or maybe get lucky and kill a death companyman or 2. Predator ready. This predator heads over this way, so it can also draw a bead on those pesky assault intercessors. This rhino filled with the chain cannon Havocs is running over this way, advancing. It will be able to see some suppressors. I'm not getting the Havocs out yet, because I worry they'll be tied up with some silly assault intercessors. With a middling advance, this Land Raider has just enough movement heading forwards, because it's got assault, to be able to see some cheeky little suppressors. The Rhino filled with Legionnaires advances forward to benefit from this LOS blocking terrain, and then the Lord Discordant and Hellstalker advances over this way. There was a temptation to advance and charge and all that good stuff, but I'm keeping my powder dry for now. 6 Plasma Inceptors is quite a scary prospect, so given he's got lone op, Cypher is going to advance over this way. He's got a 3, so a good 9-inch move, so he can sort of deny a bit of the deep strike. The Cultists are going to just shuffle out the way a little bit, and then the Maul of Fiends is going to take his place.
If you're into computers but don't want to spend a fortune on college, you need to check out CBT Nuggets. No, it's not some new snack. It's the best IT training out there. I used it to study for My Network Plus, and it made it so easy. There's a lot to learn, but each video is short so that you don't get overloaded with info. And it's not boring. They have a free trial right now. No excuses. Go check it out.
The Red Tag sales event is here at Westgate Kia. Deals on all 2025 models and over 200 new and certified vehicles in stock. Lease a new 2025 Kia Seltos for just $263 a month. Or a new 2025 Kia Soul, leased for just $275 a month. Shop 24/7 online at westgatekia.com. The Red Tag sales event, happening now at Westgate Kia, where you never pay too much.
Start of the shooting phase.
Okay.
This is all very exciting. I've done a Dark Pact successfully.
Yes.
So I'm picking Sustain. So I'm a Predator Destructor to go shoot into these Assault Intercessors.
Yeah.
Is all it can see, and...
I'm not a big... I don't care about them too much, but they are on my objective. So I'm going to spend a CP on the Armour of Contempt, because you're stacking up some
Yeah,
AP
because
points, aren't you?
Raiders and Reavers, I get AP for you being on an objective in your range with marker. And then the Predator Destructor improves AP by 1 against infantry anyway.
Yeah.
So the autocannon's like AP.
I'm not into it, mate.
No. You will get cover and you've got armor content, so effectively back to AP1.
Okay.
But it's nice. Nice for me. Come on, Chaos. Okay. Okay, no sustain so far, but that is 2 hits. To wound you. That's 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Effectively AP1 because of all the varying buffs and whatnot.
I understand. We understand the brief. You've killed 2.
Excellent. The 2 heavy bolters. I do like the they get sustained anyway, but Chaos. Okay, that's respectable. It'll be, threes, obviously, when you get a heavy bolter. 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds!
That's really good. 2, 4,
And effectively,
6.
again, they will be on 4-up saves because the varying...
Well, you've got -2
Well,
with this one?
minus
No,
three.
you're effectively -3.
Three, effectively, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I've had a good effort.
It's a good effort.
But that's the unit wiped.
Purge the foe.
The Predator did the Destructor.
It destructed.
Nice work.
Move on to the Land Raider.
Yeah.
Which, of course...
You did fail the old...
did fail my Dark Pact.
And then you rolled, what did you roll for the mortal wounds?
I rolled my first 6 of the game there, Lawrence.
6 of the game, so 3 mortal wounds down. It's good, because I was quite worried about how I'm going to deal with that. Maybe you'll deal with it for me.
Quite possibly. We are going to shoot your suppressors in the ruin. I'm going to start my Soul Shatter las cannons. I am going to sustain pretty much all the time, unless I say otherwise, which is good for me. So that's
very
fine.
nice.
I do like the Dark Pact.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
cool.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I want to choose to injure with my Soul Shatter las. Oh, hello. I'll take the 3 mortal wounds for the 5 wounds. Okay, cool.
No.
These are AP3. You're not in range of an objective this unit, so I'm not getting the extra AP, so just casual AP.
How many wounds was that, sorry?
That was 5.
5, I understand. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. The unit is dead because you do a minimum of D6 plus 1 damage.
Yes.
There's only 3 people in the unit. They are obliterated.
Success! The top hatch pops from the Rhino, and a chain cannon Havoc and friend shoot into the suppressors, turning one into Swiss cheese and taking a couple of chunks out of another. So far, pretty good turn.
Yeah.
One last thing to do. I do have 2 las cannons that can see your Death Company.
Yeah.
Now, you've elected not to use under the...
Yeah, under the shadow of... Yeah, the wing shadow, which means that he couldn't fire at me being over 18 inches away on a character unit.
Which is a very nice
I'm gonna risk that for a biscuit.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, my Dark Pact. Do I pass my Dark Pact?
If you rolled that for the hits, that would be very upsetting, because that would be sustained.
I don't know.
Instead,
I hit you once.
I'm glad you did it that way round.
I know, right?
Thank you for that.
I know.
Thank you for that. You never know with chaos.
When it's a wound.
Right, I could make a save.
Yeah, but under. Oh, yeah.
The spider meets your 6
That's
with
fine.
a 6.
That's fine. I'm staying cool with these Arctic Blast dice. That is my turn.
Yeah, very cool. Well done. Well
thank
played.
you.
You've taken me off the objective. You purged the foe.
I did. So 4 points there, which is
4
nice.
points. Secondaries?
Do get 4 points for extend battle lines and an extra 2 for killing my gamma. Ooh,
Oh, hello.
sorry, tree.
Yes,
I'm killing the gamma target. So.
What are you doing with your other card? Was that Storm Hostile Objective?
Extend battle lines.
Extend, you've got it.
Got
You've
that,
done it.
and then I've got a full sweep. So a good start on the points.
Yeah.
Pain Town is on its way now.
Yes, it is. Now, I could pick a unit
Certainly
up.
can.
I'm going to have a little look at doing that. I'll let you know in the command phase if I've done it. All right, it's my turn too. I've scored 4 for holding 1 or more objectives. And I've drawn overwhelming force. So really, it's only your home objective and this objective that you're holding. So I'll destroy maybe that rhino. And I've got area denial. Well, I've already got that.
That's nice.
My drop pod, denied. So that's really cool.
Denial.
I opted to not pick up a unit, so I am now back up to 3 CP. And I do need to pick an Oath of Moment target. I'll come back to you on that one. I'll let you know in this next movement. I've decided on the Oath of Moment target, and these Assault Intercessors will actually fly round here, and they are looking at this rhino, and that rhino is going to be the Oath of Moment target.
Target acquired.
Eager to get into the fray, the Death Company move 12 inches with Astaroth in tow. We are eyeing up the Havocs, but I will try and move in such a way that I also have some models within 3 of the objective. Vanguard veterans take to the skies, landing.
When you've got smoke-free satisfaction, you've got the freedom to do things your way. Get $20 off 5 cans of Zyn when you take the Zyn 10 challenge. Try it for 10 days. Smoke-free, hands-free, and find your freedom.
Here. We have Seth and the Assault Intercessors moving around the smoke of the drop pod towards Chaos Rhino. And the Sanguinary Guards with Seraph Kazian make use of their jump packs here to get in line with the Assault Intercessors. Okay, we're in the shooting phase. I did descend the Inceptors there.
This is, see, I spent
I did have a gap at the back.
You did.
But I'm going to try and keep them alive a bit longer, and I want to try and open up the transports.
Makes sense. Makes a
Okay.
lot of sense.
That's what I want to do.
I like it. You
Now,
may try.
I've got 2 suppressors to fire first. They're going to fire at the Oath of Moment Rhino, because that's all they can see.
Scoundrel.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
fair enough. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to hang on to my CP.
Yeah.
I am getting cover here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to hang on to it.
Yeah, you're getting covered.
There's cool things I can do next turn if I have models.
Listen, I understand.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Oti Moti.
Oti Moti.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like me. That's what I do.
Oti Moti. Oti Moti. I don't think I wound you at all.
I'm toughness 9.
Yeah, I don't wound you at all.
Yes!
Okay, that was obviously just the foreplay.
It was the amuse-bouche.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a CP on Strike Now for Glory on the Inceptors.
Dear.
Okay, due to my suppressors not doing anything, I've actually decided I was going to split the fire before, but actually a healthy Rhino is not looking too good. I need this one dead, for sure. I'm just going to fire the entire Inceptor squad.
Ooh. Yep.
At your front spikes there, which is what I can see.
That's fair, that is fair.
So here we go. I am spending the CP on the sustained hits because it's really cool.
Nice.
And you are my oath target.
I am indeed.
All right. So I've already got some sustained, and I'm going to reroll.
I contemplated smoke, but I'm already getting cover in your oath moment anyway, so it's kind of
Sure?
moot. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I am
Reroll
rerolling
anyway,
it.
so it's sort of
I just rolled 4 2s into 4 2s.
Well, you
but
would have
I
hit your
did
time
get
anyway.
2 6s.
Good job I didn't use smoke.
Okay. So it's 5.
It is.
This is where it's more
9.
tricky, you see. This is where it's more tricky. I've had a good start.
It's quite hard.
Had a good start. I am twin linked. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, feeling good. Life is great as a Flesh Terror player. 6 wounds, my friends.
AP
6
3.
wounds. AP 3.
I am getting covered, so effectively AP 2, so I'll have 5 here.
6.
Ice dice. Oh, it's gone remarkably well.
It's done very well, mate.
Oh, very well.
Right, you've got 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
You've got 1 wound left.
I tell you what.
9 damage.
It's these new dice.
It is. After the Plasma Inceptors fail to destroy the Rhino, one of them does die to Hazardous, but in all of his glory, Seraph Kazian levels his plasma pistol on the Rhino, destroying it, taking the last wounds. Oh, yes. The Assault Intercessors spend a CP on the grenade stratagem to take out the lone executioner, incredibly rolling 6 1s, 2s, and 3s. The bolt pistols and both the plasma pistols also fail to hit and/or wound, with one going through where he rolled a 6. This is really bad.
Look who's charmed now.
We're in the charge phase. It's now up to Iron and Bale and the Butchers to take out these Havocs. So it is a much longer charge now after he got out. But can we do it on a 10? We can. Oh, it looks like Bale was thirsty for blood. Oh, that's very nasty. And then we're also going to charge in the Assault Intercessors into the Executioner and Havocs there as well. They get a 6. That is more than comfortable. In they go. I will be choosing the Master of Executions as my jump pack Wrath ability, which means that I can do mortal wounds. So I'll just roll that up in a moment.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app and $12...
Moving on next, we have Seraph Kazian and the Sanguinary Guards charging the Rhino. On a 9, I think they make it. I'll check that in a second. The Assault Intercessors and Seth, they rolled a 7. That will probably be a fail. Let's check it live.
Oh, we're doing it live?
No, it's not.
Oh, no.
They make it. And Seraph Kazian and friends, on a 9 will make it.
Oh,
my goodness. Finally, we have the Death Company. They are going to charge the Havocs on the left flank. They get an 8. That's exactly what they needed. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
It's a full house. Well, incredibly, I made every charge there. And here's the other thing. I didn't use a single reroll, which is part of my detachment. They just all made. Okay. Amazing. So, right, let's see if the Assault Intercessors can redeem themselves. Because they did use a grenade to no avail.
He blocked it with his
That's the Hammer of Wrath on the Master of Executions. First. Okay, they Hammer of Wrath him to dead.
Turned him into a pulp.
He's dead.
It's landed on his head.
He got hammered.
He's smushed.
Okay, so he's dead, actually.
He's gone.
Then they'll pile in and fight those Havocs.
That's nice. And then you oh.
Then the Vanguard vets here. Iron Bale. I decided to pile in with the Vanguard vets. Okay, so I've got 5 attacks. I've actually taken him with his traditional Thunder Hammer, Eviscerator, and Shield, because I'm rerolling ones to hit in this detachment.
Very nice.
I reroll the 1 to hit. There we go. He hits you 4 times. Now, I'm wounding you on 3s.
Yes,
I'm rerolling 1.
There's a Havoc.
You are. And I've got Devastating on a Thunder Hammer.
Oh!
Iron Bale! Iron Bale!
Oh, no!
He smashes 3 by himself.
Yeah, oh!
That was 2.
Oh, okay.
I then have this many Vanguard vets in range.
So jolly good stuff.
Yes. 3s, rerolling 1s.
It's nice, this detachment. I do like it.
I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. Okay. And now I'm wounding you on 3s.
Yeah, because the extra strength from the captain.
Rerolling 1s.
Very cool.
1s.
It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Very good. Okay, so 3 already dead, and then 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 saves at -1, please. 13 saves at -1, please.
On my 2 remaining Havocs.
You've done well.
I have done very well.
But not well enough.
Oh, yeah, not well enough.
There's 5 failed there, so the unit is slain. The unit is...
causing me all kinds of havoc.
The Sanguinary Guard and Seraph Kasian bring the Rhino down to 1 wound with their Incarmine Blades and Power Fists. Then Gabriel Seth steps up, Eviscerator wearing, in this case a Power Fist, and cuts the Rhino in half. Boom, it goes. No explosion, and 1 wound on a Legionnaire.
Legionnaires.
Goodbye. Okay, we've now got... I haven't piled into your Legionnaires. Didn't want to be chopped up by you.
That's reasonable, I suppose.
I'm going to do Asrath into the other Havoc squad. Okay, he's got 6 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Stop causing me havoc. You weren't supposed to make all these charges. Oh, God.
Given that I don't have lethal or sustained in that company, I don't think. Okay, that was a reroll for my detachment rule. If I roll those 6s again, this will be devastating.
It will be devastating to my soul.
I can reroll the 1s. I do not get any 6s though, mate. So that is 4 wounds.
Oh, no.
I think he is AP3 on the Executioner's axe. He is.
What was I about to do?
Any 6s? Well done. He kills 3.
He does kill 3.
I then have 3 Death Company in range. So let me get some dice for that. Mate, that's my turn.
Yeah, needless to say.
Unfortunately, the 3 remaining Death Company, one of which was a Power Fist in range, well, you know, you're not Lords of the Night, you're Lords of Death.
He pulled my arm out and used it as a club.
He did. Yeah, I haven't consolidated them yet, but they'll go up the old tunnel in a moment. So that's the end of my turn. I've got overwhelming force for 1.
Yeah, nice.
Because I destroyed the Rhino. That started in range of that objective. The Executioner and the others do not count because you didn't start in range. And then area denial I got for the top, which is 5.
Very nice.
And Purgify, of course, for 4. So it's over to you. Big turn for me.
Big turn.
But I've really just applied pressure here for you to now hit me back with all your premium combat units.
Come towards us.
This is what I wanted. A fight.
Yeah!
Let's do it.
We've laid the trap. Turn 2 for the Night Lords.
Yeah.
We are springing our trap. Good thing, too, I've drawn overwhelming force, which is like what you had, but you have now put 2 units on an objective.
I have, yeah.
Very handy. And then I did draw area denial. I don't really fancy dealing with a drop pod. So I have spent a CP, because I have a mountain of them, and I've got no prisoners. Which is arguably not what the Night Lords like doing. We do like prisoners.
You do, but...
But in this particular scenario, yes. Yeah. The Legionnaires face down against their cousins and look forward to tearing off their heads. Cypher heads towards the same direction as the Legionaries to get his pistols in range of lots of lovely characters, and then the Mauler Fiend comes around to say hello to some Sanguinary Guards. The Chosen exit the Land Raider, and the Chaos Lord meets eyes with Iron Bale. And then following up behind, we have this horrible, nightmarish spider monster. What the hell that. I've concluded my movement. I have brought down my raptors. One on the objective to try and sneak it from under you, and one on near your home objective to try and be a raptor. And bring down your suppressors. First of all, though, I'm going to start with the Bale Flamer from the Lord Discordant. I rolled a 6 on number of shots. It's very hot fire, you see.
It's not what I wanted.
It's not what you wanted, not what you were hoping for.
Not what I wanted.
It's not what I wanted. It is going to shoot into your assault intercessors. It's gone rather well, you see.
It's quite interesting because that's basically all wounded except one, actually.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
Isn't it?
It's strength 6, which is nice. It's also -1 and damage 2, so that is 8 wounds. It's 8.
8, is there?
Baleful.
Baleful. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 are slain, but one is alive.
It's not bad.
Okay. It's pretty good. I'm going to keep one alive just to annoy you.
Cypher time.
Oh, it's one of my favourite characters.
So cool. He's going to shoot his pistols at your assault intercessors because they're sort of the more premier target for him to deal with right now. I'm not going to dart pack with him because he doesn't have loads of wounds and he already gets sustained.
Got it.
So he's just going to go fire from the hip, which is cool. We'll start with his Cypher's plasma pistol.
Oh, come on,
Sustained.
Cypher.
Come on, Cypher. He does hit on 2s, doesn't he? Yes,
He's got
he does.
2.
Of course, he's Cypher. Which is very nice. This is even hazardous. Well, he does wound. Oh, he does roll a 1. There, fair enough. 3 wounds, though.
Okay.
That's cool. -3.
It'd be 3. Right, I'll try and take it on a couple of the guys in cover just in case I get lucky. 2 are dead for sure. 3 dead.
3 headshots.
Yeah.
Now he's going to use his bolt pistol.
Okay.
6 shots with this. Like a
It's
revolver.
damage 2 base, obviously, right?
What's that? Oh, the plasma pistol.
Yeah.
Yes. So he gets sustained. This is just damage 1, strangely, but that makes sense, I suppose. It's in line with everything else. We don't want to be absurd here. That will be just the one wound with the bolt pistol.
Okay.
This is using his weaker arm, I suppose.
Does save with that one.
Nice.
So you have killed 3, though, which is still pretty epic.
Bang, bang, bang. The Land Raider then shoots next. His twin-linked heavy bolter eviscerates the sergeant of the Assault Intercessor Squad, and then it does manage to pick off one of the Vanguard vets with a soul shatter las cannon, shattering its soul. The Chosen then speak next, firing their combination weapons, killing 2 more of the Vanguard vets, but also losing one of their own number to a failed dart pact and a plasma pistol explosion. Yeah.
What makes a post-university person? You can't tell from looking at them because post people look like everyone else, but they're different on the inside. Post people don't have time to waste. They want to move their career forward.
The Predator Destructor opens up into the Death Company, turning 4 of their number into paste between the autocannon and the heavy bolter. Then came the cheeky luck of the cultists. They threw a grenade. I like to think Asterath just ate it. It did 1 mortal wound to the Death Company. It's not gone well for those cultists. It's not gone well. So far, so reasonably. Sort of going to plan.
Get into the Death Company.
I'm whittling. Whittling. I am now going to try and be cheeky and try and strip you of your home objective.
Right.
Because you have a much beleaguered unit of suppressors there? Yeah, they are suppressors.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my raptors, you see. I have 1 melter gun and 2 plasma pistols.
Not very unpleasant.
Is it? Hopefully, yes. 2 plasma pistols. 1 hit.
Okay.
1 hit.
Okay.
Ah!
I must live. I want to live.
There's a wound.
You have got a wound.
There's a wound.
I do lose 1.
Do I lose 1 from the plasma pistols? I do lose 1 from the plasma pistol. Okay, an eye for an eye. I'll accept it.
Okay.
The melter gun.
Yeah.
Come on now, Dark Pacts.
It's a miss, I'm afraid.
Well,
that means that 1 survives.
Well,
you could charge me off the
good
objective.
job of going into that phase next. Charge phase time. Now, these hopefully should be fairly easy charges, he says. The Chosen are going to start proceedings into the Vanguard vets. That will get them in. Very nice. We then have a Mauler Fiend that's going to be very brave and try and charge the Sanguinary Guard. A 4 will just about get him in. We then have the Legionnaires. They pretty much can't fail, but they are going to be charging Gabriel, Seth, and friends. Ooh, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. There is 1 more charge to do. Now, it's a bit more of a long bomb charge, but I'm going to try and charge the Raptors into Lone Barry on the objective. Hup! It's a 3. Well, you know.
Would you like to charge your Lord Discordant as well?
Oh, I would love to charge my Lord Discordant as well. He has a 4, which I don't think will make it, and also he might be blocked off by the Chosen anyway, but we'll see where we are.
The Sanguinor has descended.
Oh, no.
The angel of death in the flesh terrors.
Yeah,
I like to think that he appears with a different visage.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's like
definitely in their
he's like
heads.
the fallen version of Sanguinius.
Yeah, man.
He's the shadow half.
Yeah, all the black.
Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, so right, he will fight first. You were considering a tank shock. You've actually got to decide.
Yeah, because
not worth it.
I kind of want to keep my CP for unfailingly obdurate. Not necessarily now, but especially if you want to interrupt with, say, Seth or anyone, that could be useful. Is my thought process.
Okay, well, I'm going to fight first with the Sanguinor.
Yes, but
He hits on 2s, and because of my detachment, I re-roll the 1s, which is just as well. There we go.
dear.
Yeah, I'm really liking this detachment.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
It's not as flashy with the +2 strength, but it
Re-rolling
actually
ones.
overall...
Okay, so he did roll 2 2s, but he has, in fact, wounded you 6 times.
Oh, goodness me.
It is an AP3 weapon.
It is AP.
Let's take a break from the pig and do something else.
Woof.
pain. I'm torn. I'm bored. You're tired. I'm torn. How can you admit all the lies you will? Walk away, the time you said. You're tired, I'm torn. You're tired, I'm torn. Way out, trying I deserve. I'm bored. You're tired, I'm torn. You're tired, I'm torn. Oops. Instead of knock anything over, I just bumped the box.